I'm Heather, and I'm 19.
I'm Tice, and I'm also 19.
Alright, so...
Friends since about
Grade
2011.
11, so 2011.
Yeah.
So like 5 years.
5 years.
Oh no, that's the wrong math. That's 3 years. 3 years. But we've known each other since 2007.
Yeah. Well, we met in high school in grade 8.
We had lots of like mutual friends.
Yeah, but we didn't really start being friends until physics 11 class when we bonded over a mutual
love for
physics, I guess. We were also in choir at the same time.
Yeah,
so.
and then like with choir we got a lot closer.
Yeah.
Tice always had a lot of female friends, so I wasn't anything special in high school for being friends with them.
Woo!
No, in that like didn't come across as weird for like us being friends, and Tice had when we first started being friends, Tice had female friends who were way closer to him. But, like, you got teased with some of your friends.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, my best friend growing up was Emma. She was my best friend, and, like, we always had that, like, oh, Tyson Emma, like, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, once he hit, like, grade 11, that kind of, I don't know, people just started to get it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there were people, I guess, who asked me if we were dating in, like, grade 11 and 12.
That's true, yeah.
But people who were like very removed from like our friendship, and
yeah.
I would just be like no, yeah. And then it would be over.
Yeah. No.
I
don't know how else I can say it.
No. I feel like I have trouble answering that question because I don't like actively look for a friendship, but at least especially like I wasn't like actively looking for friends. Mm-hmm. It just kind of like happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, we worked really well together in physics, so we like ended up seeing more of each other, and then
I mean, I don't know, for friendship, I don't know, someone to talk to, I guess. Like that's about it. You know what I mean? That's most of it. Like
someone who can make me laugh.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, someone to spend time with and talk to, and like someone who's in a similar life situation as you are, I guess.
Someone you can like relate to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so, for the most part. I feel like both of us notice it in each other, but we don't necessarily address it.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's times when like you could tell if I'm upset, but like we don't necessarily discuss it or anything, and like I think vice versa a little bit.
Mostly like I can tell when he's stressed, and I can tell like when he's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we live together now, so we've gotten to know each other a lot more in the past year, and I can tell when like he's like stressed or frustrated or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
It's pretty mutual.
I think it's pretty mutual just because, like, I don't know, I'll walk in the door and be like, hey, what's up?
I mean, we live together, so, like, it's always...
Yeah, like... I mean, I don't know. I don't think either one of us really... I haven't noticed, at least. No. I wouldn't be able to...
I mean, like, maybe originally when we first started being friends, there was one person initiating more than the other.
Maybe.
But I can't think of who that would be.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
But now I almost feel like it's almost like a sibling thing. Like, you wouldn't be like, oh, like, I initiate conversation more with my sister, you know? Like, it's so, like, we see so much of each other, so it's kind of just, like...
Exactly.
Beauty.
Yes. Last year in Res, we used to, like, every Wednesday or something, we would, like, she would come over, we watch Modern Family, because we really like Modern Family, and we just, like... sit on my bed and watch Modern Family. And
we'd like sprawl across his bed.
Yeah, and like we would just be gross because you're in res, so you're like dirty and in sweatpants. And
for some reason, every Wednesday at that same time, the CA or like community advisor would come around and like check on the floor.
He would knock on my door and like I'd be like, "Hey, what's up, Carl?" And like he'd like look in and like see this girl on my bed like like, you know what I mean? He'd be like, oh man, nice, like, oh
well,
yeah.
That's when I took you into the hallway and like.
I know, and he pulled me in
it.
the hall and he's like gives me like pound and it's like all this, and I was just like, oh my god, Carl, like, and that happened like.
And then, like, if
times.
he saw me, like, ever saw me in the hallway, he'd, like, give me a look, and, like, whenever he saw us together, he'd always, like, give us looks. It was funny. We laughed about it a lot.
I laughed, and, like, I didn't correct him, because I thought
I was
it was
like,
so
why
funny.
didn't you correct him? He would come back into the room, and he'd be like, oh, guess what Carl just said? And I was like, why didn't you correct him? And he would be like, I don't know why you didn't correct him.
I don't know, I thought it was hilarious, because, like,
whatever,
like, I don't really care, like, he's, you know what I mean? He was a CA, he wasn't, I don't know.
Well, see, I wanted to correct him to be corrected because he was super good looking, and I was like, Tice.
That's true.
Now he thinks I'm taken.
Fair enough.
But no, we just kind of laughed about it. Most of my friends right now are guys. And I like that a lot. I feel like there's less drama. More recently, I've gotten, like, when I first came to university, all my friends were guys, like, all my closest friends. And they still are, but now I've got, like, more girlfriends, and I like that a lot, too.
Although in high school, it was...
In high school, I had only girlfriends. Until, like, grade 12.
Yeah. For me, like, I've always... I don't know, like, when I was young, I was all guys. Because, like, when you're in elementary school, like, you can't hang out with girls. Like, that's weird. But, throughout high school, I always had, like, a ton of girlfriends. And... I mean, I still do it in university, but, like, now I have, like, a few really close guy friends as well. I'm not sure which I prefer.
I feel like they're definitely different, though, to me at least. Like, it's definitely a different kind of friendship. Not always, but I definitely like having guy friends.
Yeah.
Not that I like my guy friends more than my girlfriends, but, like, I just like that relationship a lot.
Yeah. And I think, like, we live, us and then two other guys. One of them's gay, and, like, I think that changes the dynamic, too, you know what I mean? Like, having gay in the mix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's like when you're younger, it's like I felt more pressure to fit into a certain sort of boy box, like a category, and I feel like it's just like, when you're younger, you're more impressionable with that sort of like to
boys
conform,
play this
and
way,
boys do this,
play
boys do that sort of thing.
I know that, like, for me, I think I had two sisters, so, like, I only really knew girls, so, like, it was way out of my comfort zone to talk to a boy, because I only ever interacted with girls.
That's true.
At the same time, though, I remember, like, I was really into dinosaurs when I was little, and that was, like, a boy thing, and in preschool, I had, like, really short hair, and I'd go play with the boys and dinosaurs, and girls would run away from me and call me a boy. And then I grew up my hair and became, like, a girl, and then I only played with girls. So I feel like when you're really, really young, you don't really notice the difference between boys and girls, but, like, it's, like, a certain age where, like, you sort of, like, socially are impacted with, like, what things are telling you, and, like, advertisements are telling you, and people are telling you, and then you are told kind of, like, girls play with Barbies and play with other girls, and boys run in the dirt and do that with boys, so.
And I mean, like, there's, like, the, like, kindergarten to, like, grade 2 phase where just, like, you don't know anything and everybody's nice and whatever, but I think by, like, grade 3 or 4, like, kids start getting aware and mean about that kind of thing, you know what I mean? They get very, like, cliquey, and that's,
Yeah.
Well, like, advantages, I don't know, there's never any, like, feelings going on in the back of your head that would, like, affect your relationship, you know what I mean? There's no awkward, like, inklings of sexual tension or anything, like, that's nice, and it's
so there's nothing to, like, get in the way of you being friends, because it's just, like, completely... And,
disadvantages, I don't know.
We discuss a lot of information to each other.
I'd say so.
I think, though, it took way longer for me to get to that place with Tice than it has with, like, my friends who are women. So it took that much longer for us to get as close as we are now and as open as we are about, like, everything.
Yeah, I definitely noticed in high school with one of my best friends, she, like, I would see her interacting with her, like, girlfriends, and I would notice it was very different from the way we interacted together, and it kind of, like, bugged me sometimes, because I realized she'd be telling them things that she wasn't telling me, and I'd be like, why aren't you telling me these things? We're supposed to be best friends. But I think it was that girl camaraderie versus, like,
and at the same time, there's things that, like, I would tell a girl first before telling Tice, just because, like, it's a girl thing.
Exactly,
and, like, I wouldn't, like, and she would be able to sympathize with it because she's a girl, and a guy just wouldn't be able to. So there's definitely, like, that kind of, like, thing where, like, he would go to a guy about things before coming to me, because I just have no frame of reference on some things, and like same with him.
Yeah, true. So and I feel like that used to bug me when I like, you know what I mean? Like when I was younger, but like I totally get it now, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Thank you guys so much for helping me out.
No problem.